So I just wanted to show people here again these things I couldn't resist. These are the gooseberries, and they are ripe now. I've been having a breakfast here of gooseberries, and I gotta tell you, these guys are everywhere. This whole hillside is just loaded with plants full of gooseberries all down the side this year. And I mean, there's so many here. It doesn't even look like the animals have been touching these guys, and they are totally ripe. They're all around me here. They're over there. I mean, I don't know if I can get a zoom in there. On the trail, people are going by on the trail. And I highly, promote at least trying them, seeing, eating them some. There's a lot of wild foods here. If you look up here, this will be ripe, not right now, but a little bit later. This is an elderberry, and those berries are edible as well. And again, this is stuff we have all around Wrightwood, where you can definitely have some wild foods, and these are foods. Now, I don't know of anything, I remember hearing anything that's written up on them being medicinal, but I'll bet you, I know elderberries, those guys there are definitely medicinal. They're great for respiratory ailments, especially for children. You can get teas and syrups and things for their coughs and mucus. It helps to get rid of mucus. Anyway, the point being is that we don't know what these do, but having wild edible foods in your diet, the only reason things are called herbal medicine or herbal remedies, which might be more appropriate really because there's nothing to do with medicine, but is because they're not in a grocery store. I mean, these are foods. The elderberries are foods. They're not a medicine. They are just things that we don't need anymore because they're not in a grocery store, a restaurant, or a TV dinner, or if they even have those anymore, or any kind of quick ready-made stuff for us. We have to go and find them and forage them on steep hillsides like this and venture those needles, but which it is kind of a venture to get through those little spikes on these guys. I'm trying to get a better pictures to show you, but they soften when they're ripened, so they aren't as difficult, and they actually are pretty easy to open once you really try it. And they're very sweet and very tasty, and again, I highly recommend. I feel as a natural health practitioner after all these years that the only real healthcare crisis we have is our separation from nature itself. So again, these are not herbal medicine, but the health benefits of these, again, there's no studies regarding it that I'm aware of, but I'll bet you anything there's quite a bit more because it's stuff we don't eat anymore, and that becomes medicine to us. We would normally have to eat these foods if we were still part of nature. Each season would be foraging and pushed around, but these guys are just beautiful this year, and I highly suggest that people go around, look for them a little bit. It seems like they're so plentiful that I don't think the animals are going to be missing them because I don't think they're even touching them right now yet. And they are very tasty, very sweet, and yes, they're a little difficult to get to, but highly worth it. So I wanted to show you how to eat these little critters, and maybe not get hurt. Ah! Just kidding. That didn't hurt. The spines get softer as it ripens. And again, I don't know to you if those spines there look actually very tasty. I don't actually eat the spines, but let's show you how to eat them. So the first part is on the end, I will pinch off just a little hole. Now I'm sure other people have better ways of eating these who eat them a lot more than I do, but I like to kind of just, and again, I'm trying to do this with holding the camera, so you have to forgive me, but I try to just make a little indentation, a little hole there, and then see how I kind of squished it, make it a little bit softer. It's through that main outer skin, and then I turn it around and I will push, holding down the spines so they lay down as I touch them in a certain direction, otherwise they would hurt. And then I push, and out comes this beautifully tasty, sweet, gooey stuff. And there you go. It's pretty much out there, and the spines become a little bit softer as you do that. And then just pick up this tasty sweet stuff. All right? And then, since I'm now home, you'll see me just, there's the two tasty sweet stuff. I will just pop that into my mouth. And that is tasty. And it's actually quite a bit to eat. It was wonderful after a hike to actually be able to sit down and have a breakfast even before going home, since I hadn't eaten yet this morning. So again, these little critters, these little spiny guys, are just wonderful wild food. Even though they look like they shouldn't be eaten, these gooseberries definitely should be eaten with reverence.